I didn't even ring the bell yet. How do you know we're starting?
Go back town and hey. There we go.
Now it's official. There we go. All right. Welcome everybody. We'll go ahead now officially and get started. Not a lot on the program. We got a lot of people traveling and all sorts of things going on. But we'll go ahead and call the meeting to order, and I'll ask Peyton Williams to come up and lead us in the opening prayer.
Let's pray. God, thank you so much for bringing us together here today to enjoy some fellowship and to celebrate the beginning of a new Rotary year. Thank you for the food that we ate and the hands that prepared it. And please let us bring you glory and honor in everything we say and do this week. Amen.
You'll join me in the Pledge of Allegiance.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
All right, we have no Tony, no Tom, no Phil. I think it's on me, so I'm going to step away from the mic and Nancy will play some singing.
But he would have meant it.
Yeah, we do appreciate if you're not able to give, do try to be an advocate, which reminds me, if you want to take a screenshot, tag your friends, blood drive, great time to announce that. All right, after you're done giving blood, head on over to the Whole City Ciderworks for United Way. Still teams to sign up. Maybe Keith and his crew over there, maybe they're out prepping today for trivia night, but that's tomorrow night as well. Coming up next Thursday is going to be Coffee Connections here at the club. Just kidding. Colonial, thank you, sorry. I knew it started with a C. All right, Retro Remix. This is with CIS and United Way. Hunter's got information on that if you're interested. And then Installation Banquet, we talked about this. If you're interested in going to that, that's next Thursday as well in the evening out of Tanglewood. You can see Ken. As always, if you didn't put it on your calendars last week, everybody's night, September 26th. I'm sure Cameron's going to do an awesome job with that again. And then everybody's day, September 27th. And Keith, at some point, we'll be looking for sponsors for that. As well as vendors. Rotary will do their booth as usual, so sign-ups will be coming before you know it. And the Stewart Kennedy Golf Tournament, October 3rd. And following shortly after, ye old chili cook-off, Wayne will be back to defend his title. And that was so much fun. What a cool event if you got kids or grandkids to bring. Just a fun time there. So I'm leading that charge this year, so we'll be reaching out for sponsorships and information at some point soon. All right, other announcements from the floor. Doc.
I'd like to tell everybody about Roger. Roger finished his 2 weeks. He had his transplant Monday 2 weeks ago. He is home. He is doing good. He goes back 4 times. And then on July the 2nd, he will be officially discharged from his 30-day window and will have a PET scan. Hopefully, during the month of July, he'll be able to go back to the oncologist here in Thomasville. He's done really good. He was in the hospital 1 time due to a low fever. Didn't turn out to be anything bad. And he spent the time in the condo over in Winston. So we're really optimistic that he's getting along good. Milton Riley, who's been in the hospital for 2 weeks, came home yesterday. Milton is not well. He's having lots of difficulties. So I'd like for you to keep him in your thoughts and prayers. Both.
Thanks, Doc. Other announcements? Cameron.
Saturday night is the Bench House Music Series. He just told me that they're sold out online.
Just stand up and talk.
Take out the fine. Total Billy.
Alright. The Bench House Music Series is Saturday night. It's the first ticketed event. This is the Yacht Rock night. And there are 28 tickets left, and they are all at the depot. You can't get them online. So if you want a ticket, let me know. I can get you one today, but that's Saturday night. So the rest are sold out. So grab your tickets.
Others?
Don't be afraid. All you gotta do is stand up, make
And if you don't want to stand up, you can just send me a message and I'll be happy to announce it. All right. Kim told me not to be offended. People did not show up because I was leading it today. They did not. They're on vacation, so. All right, split the pot. I didn't shuffle these. All right, Heather. Heather, you come up and take care of this. I'll shuffle and make sure she's still in here. She is still in here.
All right, so we got 32 cards. Total money in the jackpot is $1,473.
If it's Jason, we really have a problem here.
277.
It's a good start to your presidency if you win.
That's it.
You were close. All right. So make a note, if you fill in for Joseph, you got a good chance of getting your card pulled. All right. Could I have Wanda Collins come join me, please? So Wanda's visited us a few times and put in her application, was approved by the board. We are super excited to have her and induct her as welcome her as our newest member of the club. But Wanda, you're not just joining the Thomasville Rotary Club, you're joining something that's bigger than yourself and all of us here in this room. Joining a part of Rotary International. So we're working to end polio, hunger worldwide, childhood literacy. We're helping with a lot of initiatives. We hope that you can bring your experience, your expertise, your care and compassion, not just to the Thomasville Rotary Club, but to Rotary International, and do good to help people across the globe. So it's my privilege and honor at this time to present you with this pin and welcome you as the newest member of the Thomasville Rotary Club. That was easy. Easiest thing you'll do is work. All right. Kim, is this you? I have the installation of officers.
That would be.
That is me. You're sure? You've done it before. Okay, so could I have Jason? Did I call everybody up? I'm asking because the last time that I was put into office, you did it as the area.
Yeah, but I was a DG then.
Okay. All right, so I'll go ahead. Jason, Corey, Kim, Oak is not here. Elaine, Heather, Diana, Candace, and the rest in spirit. So I'll present to you the slate of officers for 25-26. The board, as you can see, the elected officers that we'll hand over in just a minute here. This was approved by the club quite a while back. In November, yes. Is there a formal oath or something we're supposed to do? Because I missed all of this. I was not correct on this. Because last time, somebody
For the
else.
record, I'm the secretary, not the president. Just kidding, David. Glad to have you.
Okay. So if there is indeed a formal oath, we will take that formal oath now by raising our right hand and saying, if there is a formal Rotary oath for installation of
Pledge to serve the
officers.
club and follow the bylaws.
Yes, I pledge to serve the club and follow the bylaws. Will you join me in welcoming Yeah, that part can be removed. All right, you all can ask.
We did move this day.
Yes.
Tony, Gary Bowers, Hope's husband's got a stomach virus. A lot of people that were Amy's at a conference. We had to move it because Jason is our star player, since he's going to be our next president. We had to move it because he's got a conference next week. So we sort of, at the last minute, messed up everybody's plans. So we do have more active board members than what it looks like up here.
Yes. And maybe the official oath will be here next week. The official oath I will have prepared for next week. We can redo it again next week. Yes. Jason is now taking it. Okay. Thank you. So in just a minute, I'll turn it over to Jason here. I'll say a few words to close out my term. But it goes to show that even up until your last official day as president, you can be learning things as a club president, such as never assume that something will be prepared for you. Because we do become, and I say this all the time, and I truly mean it, as heartfelt as possible. I get to show up, and Kim and I talk frequently, and Hope and I talk frequently, but there's a lot that I do take for granted, such as I show up and the podium's here, and this is here, and the sign is here, and the split the pots here, and the bell is here, and the flag is here, and the signs are up. A lot of things that Joe Steph gets here at 11 to set up, and Kim gets here early, and Hope gets here early. A lot of those things I take for granted. So I do want to recognize all the people behind the scenes that make things happen. And if you're newer here and you've never served on the board or you've never served as president, there is a lot that goes into not just the weekly meetings, but into the club as a whole to make things happen. Here's a pen, by the way, Kim. What Kim is passing out now are thank you cards to fill out from the club. Kim, do you want to explain those?
I can.
Yeah.
We were extremely blessed this year to have wonderful sponsors for the Kentucky Derby and many silent auction gifts. So we have these cards printed up. It's got Rotary on the front. Everybody, Corey. We have this is why I can't be president. Okay, so we have these cards printed up. So I'd like for you to use the examples on the table or make up your own, but sign your name to it. It's got Rotary Club on the front, but sign your name, it makes it more personal, and then I'll write the donors the envelopes. So if y'all sign 2 or 3 of these, we need about 75 to 100. Heather, is there anything you want me to add to that? Any of those scripts, there's a script page on the table that you can't think what to say. Pick a script and go with it. Okay? Very good. Give everybody a few minutes to do that.
All right, we'll give you a few minutes to fill out a few cards. Kim said that Matt's doing 4 instead of 3 since he didn't stand up earlier. Appreciate everybody doing that. And again, thanks to Heather and her crew, and I know Rick made a lot of calls, but it goes without saying that was a lot of effort. A good amount of money raised, just a wonderful time. So we appreciate all the help that went into that. I think the last official time I'll get to say something real quick to the club, and then I'll call Jason up and pass the gavel, or I can, if Jason doesn't want to stay in there, I can just toss it to him. So you all obviously know, unless you're really new, this was my second term as president in a short amount of time. And I think I've said this before, the reason I decided to do it was I felt like last time I had left a lot on the table of just projects undone and things left unaccomplished. And so my goal was to do that this time, and it definitely didn't happen. And I think it's because there's no way to get everything done that you want to accomplish in any one year. As strong as our club is, as large as it is, it's impossible. I still hope in the transition to Jason, 3 major things will continue to be a priority for the club, and pray upon those. Number 1 is that we enjoy getting together every week. We make the club meetings and assemblies fun, engaging, interactive, to where we're all getting to know each other a little bit better. Number 2 is that we get to learn more about each other. We get to do something in the 3-minute bio envisioned almost like a tell us about your business, tell us about your livelihood. And the reason being is I always try to take somebody to coffee or breakfast or lunch and just learn about them over the past several years. I've learned a lot of cool facts about people that I would have never learned. Just really cool individual things. And the reason I think that's important for people to tell us about their business isn't so that we do business with each other, so we can help each other, right? If somebody owns a factory or a mill or a company and they need employees, and they get up and they say, hey, I need 4 people to work this shift, I need them now, production is slow because I need those people, and you've got access to people looking for jobs, that's our goal, is to help each other, right? We want to end polio, we want to provide books, we want to provide opportunities for kids, but we've also got to help each other. We've got to help each other's foundation, our families. It's not about doing business with each other, it's about promoting each other's business and helping each other, right? If my business fails, I can't be as helpful to the club. If something happens with another business, they can't help out. If something happens with another business that did business with that business, they can't help out. So it's a major effect when one person suffers. So I pray that we'll continue to explore that idea. I would want to know, I would feel really bad if somebody's livelihood or if CIS or CCM was in need of something and they never got in front of a club and expressed it. So I don't know why it's different for businesses to do the same, but I would hope that we can view that not as soliciting from each other, but as a way to help each other. I know that there's things that Jared knows, and Tony knows, and I know, and Hope knows, and Candace knows, and Wanda knows about various things that can help each person leave a larger impact on Rotary. And for us to get up here and talk about those is really uncomfortable because it does come across as soliciting, but it's because we want to know that you're empowered and you're educated to do good for Rotary with your legacy. So I hope in the future as those things come about that that's the way we all take it and not as a business sale. And then the third and final thing is partnering with others. And my prayer for that and hope for that is that there's power in fellowship, there's power in numbers, right? If organization A has nothing to do with Rotary, maybe doesn't even have a Rotarian, a person in the club, but they're doing something large scale for Thomasville or for the surrounding Thomasville area, why don't we reach out and say, hey, we can get 5 or 10 people there this evening, can Rotary come and be a part of it? Or, hey, I saw this on Facebook that so-and-so is collecting supplies for such and such pregnancy center or such and such organization. What if Rotary does a quick supply drive? And it's not to negate anything that we already do and we already ask a lot, but why can't we cross-market, cross-advertise for those? Why does this event seem to be on the same day and the same time as this event, yet they're completely separate? So I would ask that going forward that's something the board will continue to explore, is the power in numbers, bringing people together for the common good. It's not our organization versus this versus that, unless it's the chili cook-off and then it is the police versus the fire department and everything, right? But let's bring our forces together to bring as much good as possible. Let's look outside ourselves. Let's look outside just our club to see what we can do for Thomasville and the surrounding communities, not just for Thomasville City Schools, but for all of Davidson County Schools, not just for the Thomasville Rotary Club, but for other Rotary clubs and even Lions and Civitans and Kiwanis and join forces. I don't think there's a club, I don't think there's a nonprofit, I don't think there's a business that doesn't have the community at its forefront at all times. So that would be my ask. And so I feel like all 3 of those, again, got left on the table. And so I think it was a great year, it was a fun year, we did a lot of really cool things we haven't done before. I made people do silly games that I'm sure you all hated, and I'm perfectly okay with that because I would hate it too if I had to do it, but it's over and done with, and hopefully, if nothing else, you got to learn something about other people. I hope that throughout the year you got to take time to meet with other people, and hopefully I encourage you to call somebody, take them to coffee or take them to lunch and just get to know people that you wouldn't ever otherwise meet under other circumstances if we were called up in an office or at our house or something to that effect. So Melissa and the boys and I will continue to pray for everybody and for the board and the decisions going forward. But I love y'all, and it's just been an amazing couple of times being president. But I'm not offering to do it again for a very, very long time. And I'm sure that you all will be okay with that as well. So I appreciate you all. I appreciate you being patient with the vacations and work conflicts and things that came up throughout this year. Jason, I appreciate you stepping in when you had to, and Hope and Kim and everybody else backing me up along the way. So appreciate y'all's support. As always, I want to leave a few minutes for you to take time, talk to one person at a different table that you've never met before you leave today. Just say, hey, nice to meet you. I do such and such, and have a good day. But at this point, I'm going to turn it over to Mr. Tuttle here and let him take over.
David, I haven't experienced the fullness of this yet. I've gotten just the slightest taste already, but presidency is a huge sacrifice of your time, of your talents, of a lot of things, you know. And so we are so grateful for you doing that twice. And not everyone knows this, but David did this second time also step in to save us. We needed a president, and there was a shift that was kind of made for us. Someone had to step out of that role. David put his cape on and stepped into it, and we are so grateful for that and for every sacrifice. Thank you for leading us as a club. One of the things I saw so clearly in your heart was that we would grow closer together through so much of your leadership, and I think that we did, and we're so grateful. And you leave us with a lot of challenges, and I even made a couple of notes right there while you were talking about things for the coming year. But we wanted to show our appreciation as he rang the gavel one last time earlier to start this meeting. We give him a plaque of our appreciation, and this is just such a small token. It doesn't really add up to how grateful we are for your leadership this year. But thank you so much. And we're fortunate that he's...
Oh, hold on.
This way. Like that. There we go.
Perfect.
Okay. You gotta warn us next time and we'll pose it.
And we're grateful also that David is sticking with us on our board and continuing to offer that leadership and wisdom as well. So, y'all, a really exciting year ahead. I'm really excited for all the things that Rotary has in store and the plans that we have. I'm really excited about the leadership that is rising up in our club. For you board members, thank you so much for your willingness to sacrifice your time and your wisdom and everything to offer leadership for this club in the year ahead. We're going to have a great year, and I'm excited. And David did say, you can't get everything done in a year, and that is such a reality. And I'm really grateful for Corey as well. We're already having conversations and dreaming together about a multi-year approach to how we keep this thing rolling. And so I'm just really excited about the year and the years ahead for Thomasville Rotary Club. Bright future, and grateful for each and every person in this room and how you are serving this community. So that's it. I will say, just a reminder, board meeting tonight at 5:15. So that's both for outgoing and incoming board members. We'll see you on Zoom at 5:15. Will you stand with me as we close out? We do have an exciting year ahead, and you are going to hear me say this a lot. We want to serve this community with every bit of our heart. And so, a challenge, keep your ears open, your eyes open to the needs of this community. And will you, with me, dream about the ways that Rotary can serve this community with all the talents and gifts in this room? Dream about the ways that we can serve this community. And so, of all the things we think, say, or do, first, is it the truth? Is it fair to all concerned? Will it build goodwill and better friendships? Will it be beneficial to all concerned?